We had
some treasures last night.
Yes, we had treasures last night at our associates, tucked into the cornfields of Lancaster County.
We do this song night where we each pick a song.
Mm-hmm.
We go around in a circle and we share songs that have been meaningful to us. And we've done this, 5 or 6 times now, like once a month. And it's always been rich experience for me just to hear music that has blessed you guys. And
surprising sometimes.
Yeah. And it takes us back to certain memories. It takes us to places in our hearts. And sometimes we'll have a theme. Last night I was asked to give a theme, so I said some song that has some redeeming aspect of human sexuality in a kind of Song of Songs vein. Do you want to share the song that you picked?
Sure. By the way, you threw us off. That was so out of left field for you, Christopher. We were like, what?
Weren't expecting that one, were you?
I was scandalized a little bit.
Yeah. Right away, Duet by Penny and Sparrow with Stephanie Briggs coming in was the song. Because that song is, when you talk about Song of Songs, Bridegroom and Bride, like the holy embrace, that song, like no other song I've ever heard, I think, like gets into my bones and just moves me. You feel the holiness of the sexual embrace. And it's so tender. And the music is so kind of reserved and minimalist, like the guitar. And yeah.
Was that the song where somebody said it feels like we're in the guitar?
Yeah, Mike said that.
I was also right in front of the speaker, to be honest.
But it's just, and it's so beautiful because it's so intimate. Like I said last night, I don't, when I teach or give a course, I don't usually play that song because it's so dang holy. It's one of those, baby making songs. And so maybe it's for a marriage retreat, or you say, now go away as a couple and listen to this. And what's beautiful about it is that the lyrics are not just, I long for intimacy with you, but it's because I see you and I know you and I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
That's that refrain. I see you and I know you and I'm not going anywhere.
That's the line that struck me.
Rocked in.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And you can only, this is my experience of married life and married intimacy. I cannot possibly be this vulnerable with another human being. I cannot possibly. It's impossible for me to be as vulnerable as this is asking me to be unless you have promised, pledged, vowed before God and me and everybody who knows us, I will never leave you. I cannot risk being this vulnerable unless I know I'm safe, and the only way I can truly be safe is to know you're not going anywhere. So that line in that song, I'm not going anywhere, is critical to know that what is happening here is holy. And for those who may object, like, well, you shouldn't be singing about that. Well, we have the Song of Songs. It's right in the Bible. And JP2, reflecting on the Song of Songs, says that every culture known to man has wanted to express in song and poetry the intimacy of man and woman.
Mm-hmm. The great romance.
And obviously that can go in a perverse direction. Our culture has no end of examples. But that does not mean the inclination to express in song, in melody, in poetry, the intimacy of man and woman is itself wrong. And we have this beautiful, he says, JP2 again says, therefore we shouldn't be surprised that this form of poetry, this form of artistic expression, has entered the sacred canon of Scripture.
Yeah.
And why do the saints love it so much? The saints, by far, more than the Gospels, more than Paul's letters, the saints have written their commentaries on the Song of Songs. And why is that? There's something in that intimacy of a husband and a wife that expresses their own experience of intimacy with God.
Well, you just said, go
really
ahead.
quick, the thought I had was you mentioned we shouldn't be talking about that on the flip side of, well, what's wrong? Like, talk about it. Everything in music talks in some way about that, even very explicitly. What struck me was that it acknowledged the weight of its potential. The song did. It was really just sitting in the weight of the potential of the act that is profound.
Yeah.
And beautiful. Like you can obviously go into it and just kind of come on. I get I have urges and needs, and I'm gonna fly into it and move on. But that's like a fraction of the act.
Right.
There's such a depth to it, and that song just sits in it to the point where when it was started playing, it was like, should I be listening to like?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to listen to this. I mean, like I wasn't scandalized by it, but it was so intimate.
Yeah.
It was so intimate, and I was deeply. I liked it a lot, man.
Because I think, well, it gets
Good
to
place.
it brings you, willing or unwilling, into that vulnerability.
Yeah.
Where you realize, man, if I enter into this this embrace, it's the whole concept of falling in love. I am surrendering, and if I do that, can I trust that I'm going to turn out on the other? Like, what's going to happen to me on the other side of this? This complete and total surrender, which is what's so beautiful about human love. It's a school of love. It's a connection to the divine. Like, I got to be able to be this completely naked at every level, emotional, spiritual, physical, with God. Otherwise, there's no fecundity, life, identity. So I got to do it.
Feel free to skip this ad if you like, but I just wanted to invite you, if you're enjoying what you're hearing here on Word Made Fresh, please subscribe. Please share these episodes with others. Leave some comments. And if you want to continue the journey with us, follow Mike Mangione, Bill Donaghy, and yours truly, Christopher West, on our personal social media. And all of those links are in the description below.
Give us a taste. That's a cool cover. Penny and Sparrow. 10 Boom is the album.
I don't
Like
have
after
access.
the Ten Boom,
Corey Ten Boom.
Corey Ten Boom. That's another story we could. Pause it there, one. I want to spend some time with these lyrics because they're so
I know.
rich, and it's the antithesis of songs like "One Night Love Affair." I'm thinking
Oh, sure.
that old song. It's the antithesis of the one night stand. It's the antithesis of I'm just in this for my own selfish pleasure. Can you bring the lyrics up so we can maybe even go through them?
I can pull them up here.
All right, pull them up
go
on the
ahead.
screen
And
there, Juan.
I know them quite by heart.
Okay, because no, let's go up to the start.
Oh, they're so powerful.
That's the chorus. Oh yeah, I bet your shoulders can hold more than just the straps of that tiny dress. That I'll help you slide aside when we get home. The poetry here takes you into the reality of what we hold, what we carry when we commit to love another person.
The entirety of another person.
The entirety of another person.
Every bit.
The good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, the burdens they carry, their sins, their...
The agony and the ecstasy in that first section is so woven together.
Yeah,
Brilliantly.
in just a couple lines. And then right into the second bit, I've seen them carry family.
Yeah.
Which is,
it's
again,
different.
is just generational. It's
Yeah,
the
well-
uncles, the aunts, the cousins, the wounds, the mother wound, the father wound.
And the children, it's also
And
the
the children,
commitment that
yeah,
we
that
know
we
this
just
union
made.
is not just about us.
Yes, it's so
It's
wide and deep.
open. It's open to the next generation, and we're willing to carry that on our shoulders. We're willing to carry it. And I'm contrasting in my mind the lightness of the image of the straps of the dress,
Yeah.
which are kind of light and dainty,
Right.
with the weightiness of saying this is what I'm embracing.
Well, and steel drums, which he's liking himself to, is not a light instrument to
Yeah,
have on your
yeah.
The
shoulders.
steel drum weight of me. And I love the humility. They're like, I know I'm a lot. I know I'm a burden to you, but you carry me.
And I've seen him carry family. To me, brought the image of the beauty in an Eros way of the mother. Acknowledging that it's not, because it's not like It's not something that a mom doesn't. Your wife, seeing your wife as a beautiful mother is a whole nother level.
Oh,
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and,
yes,
and,
yes,
and as a
yes.
husband, and all three of us, right, with our wives who are mothers, Rebecca carries everything and everyone in a way that I do, but I feel like our wives, and that's the feminine mystery and genius, that they carry everything.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah,
have,
yeah, 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 yeah,
There's,
yeah,
the,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
the memes of, like the couple's in bed at night and he's like, "What are you thinking, honey?" And she's like, "What are you thinking?" And he's like, "Nothing." And he's literally thinking of nothing. And then over her head is like 6,000
Right,
things. Like,
right.
I got to get the doctor visit. I got to return those clothes to Kohl's because I got to make sure I have a meal for Tuesday night because they're carrying.
And him,
all,
it's like Star Wars. A Star
yeah,
Wars
yeah. It's just
moment.
like the Roman Empire. But like they carry everything.
Yeah.
To acknowledge that is so powerful.
What happened to our lyrics?
Oh, he's finding.
You're bringing up the meme.
Everybody's thinking of another woman. Is that
Star
Star Wars?
Wars.
I must have seen that. That must have been back there somewhere. That's crazy. I like that.
But to justify that, it's because we're empty and ready too. We don't have to carry that.
So
We're
let's
at the
zoom into
entrance
these
of the cave with
these words in the chorus. I've seen you. I know you. So I'm thinking of the words of Jesus. You look, but you do not see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to really see.
To really see somebody is very different than looking.
knowing. As we always teach, Adam knew his wife Eve.
Right.
And she conceived and bore a child, right? This knowledge that's so penetrating all through all layers and receives all layers.
Yeah, the image I have is obviously when you first see somebody, you see the front, the look, the outside. But then, when you get to know somebody, you can see their faults and their weaknesses. But when you get to love somebody, you see through that third layer of the beauty in them with all their faults and weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
So to truly see somebody isn't just the facade, but rather the beautiful anchor behind all of it.
And when we're looking, when we're merely looking, it stops at the external, and we don't have that vulnerability of seeing and being seen. I'm thinking of the line from John Paul II when he's reflecting on man and woman in the garden, and he says they saw each other with all the peace of the interior gaze.
That's what he's,
That goes through, it doesn't just stop at the surface, it goes into the inner mystery of the person. And I've, at events around the world, Mike, that we've done, you've heard me ask this question so many times. Ladies, raise your hand if you prefer to be looked at rather than seen. No, never has a hand gone up. Ladies, raise your hand if you prefer to be seen. So they know, women intuit this so readily, they prefer to be seen than looked at. And then when I press in a little bit, what's the difference? It's one is just at the surface and the other sees the entirety of the unity of the spiritual and the physical. Like we don't dismiss the body, we don't dismiss the outer appearance as if that's inconsequential, but the body becomes, if we're seeing, because I've seen you and I know you, as the lyrics go, to see is to enter the inner mystery of the person and to bear, to be willing to bear the whole reality of the person.